again, everyone, and welcome back. Hopefully this video finds you well. Today we're going to take a look at another offering from Peak Refuel. This is their Butternut Bhat with red lentils, chickpeas, rice, and butternut squash. Looks awful good on the package. So I've been, I wouldn't say the word would be impressed, but pretty happy with a lot of the offerings from Peak. I think that they're pretty good. I think that they pack a lot into this little pouch, being a 2-serving pouch. Are a little pricey though. They are a little bit pricey, generally I want to say maybe 12 to 15 bucks per package, which there are certainly cheaper options out there, but sometimes you want them to taste good too. So anyway, nutritional facts for those of you who are interested in that. 870 calories for the total package, total prepared package. You do get all of your recommended daily saturated fat, which is pretty sweet. Only about half of your sodium, so yeah! Ingredients list though, pretty happy with that. Pretty small list there. Sauce of coconut milk, butternut squash, chickpeas, red lentils, onion, soy sauce, canola, spices, garlic powder, chili powder, yes, and cilantro. So, I don't know, this one should be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. So cooking instructions, they are looking for a 1 1/3 or 10.5 ounces of boiling water. Zip for 10 minutes and let it sit. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. And there we go. Get that out of there. Give it a sniff. Smells good. Yeah. Smells, I don't know, kind of like most freeze-dried curries, we've had in the past. Nothing wrong with that. Now, as a general sort of disclaimer here, go by the instructions. If it's your first time, definitely go by the instructions because that will help you out a lot. Generally, what I do is I will add enough water in here to make it kind of look like what I would want when it's done reconstituting or rehydrating. And then I'll add a little bit more because it will sap some water. And with this being a rice-based dish, we'll need a little bit of extra for that rice. Rices, pastas, beans, they take a little bit more. And I'll be honest, that's a pretty good consistency right there. So I'll add just a little bit more just to make sure we have enough water in there to rehydrate. And then usually, if it's a 10-minute sit time, usually at about 5 minutes, I like to check on it just to make sure it's where it needs to be. And I think that should be okay. And I just like to make sure to, stir around the corners of the package because you never know. And, I've had a couple of rations where I've stirred and maybe didn't stir enough and came up with some, bits of powder or unrehydrated stuff because it didn't stir good enough. So it's a good idea to just get in a good stir, and chopsticks on the sides are a pretty good tip as well. So I'm going to leave this set for its prerequisite 10 minutes, and we'll come back and try it out and see if it's any good. All right, so our Bhat should be good to roll here. I did add a little bit more water as it sat. It is fairly thick, but it smells good, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. Oh, look, there's chickpea. Look at there, I found it. Let's dive in, see what this has to it. Nice and creamy. Coconut milk. Definitely a huge part of that. Rice is good. It's not mushy. Nothing worse than mushy rice. Almost as bad as mushy pasta. Little sweet, not spicy. Very pleasant to eat. You know, a little bit of that butternut squash does go a long way in here, so that's very pleasant. Um, Aside from, I assume it's probably protein content, right? Lentils and chickpeas. I don't think that they really add anything in here. And to be honest, I probably couldn't differentiate if I bit into a chickpea or if I caught a red lentil. Just kind of like a warm rice pudding. Quite good though. I would have to say that if you are kind of down with some of the Indian food, some of the, you know, some of the curries and, you know, what coconut milk can do in rice, this is really nice. And you know what? There is a little tiny bit of that cilantro in there too. Minimal. For those of you who think it tastes like soap, I don't think you're gonna I think you're gonna get soap out of it. Pretty good. Now, I know we have a lot of meat eaters. You guys know I'm a meat eater too. But it's very hearty tasting. I think on like a nice fall or, you know, in the winter or something like that, if you're out on trail, it's getting a little cold, this is really going to pack it in, you know, really fill up your stomach really nicely. So yeah, I actually think that this is great. The flavor is just where it needs to be. It's not overdone. It's not too subtle. It's just right. It's in that Goldilocks zone. So, peak, great job. Great job, guys. So, that's all I got to say about this for now, but I would like to hear what you think about it. If you've tried this one, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts were on the meal. Did it, you know, meet with your expectations? I know a lot of people, you know, they get a little hooked on the price, and I totally understand. But if you've tried it, what did you think of the taste? Did you think that the taste was good? And also, did you think that the value for money was good? I've seen some cheaper stuff, so maybe value for money is maybe a deterrent there. I can totally understand that. I would never fault you for believing, you know, for going down that path. But taste-wise, it is actually really good. So let me know in the comments below if you've tried it. What did you think? And yeah, leave any suggestions for future videos. Love hearing from you guys with those. If you'd like to see something reviewed on the channel and want to send it in, the P.O. Box is in the description. The Patreon link's down there as well if you want to support the channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.